Hi there. Okay, 30th of April 2018, Judgment Day, the Day of Reckoning. Um, I'm working 6 months furiously to put together a mother of all master plans for everybody to benefit. And it's been an ordeal. Working on it 5.5 years over in London. So, Malahide lands. This is addressed to Paul Reid, CEO, Fingal County Council, and the other stakeholders. The philosophy is very simple with these lands. Anywhere from where I was born, Lissadell Woods, all the way down to the Estuary, the Malahide Rugby Club, all the way up to the motorway recycling plant, Dog Kennel Club, back up to Apple Green, all the way back. Virtually all these lands I see put into a trust. Now it's a trust for the Irish people, and it'll be the Irish people that will apply for planning. And it'll bring together and unite together all the trusts, all the NGOs, all the foundations, all the social enterprise and all the social entrepreneurs. Not just locally, nationally, but internationally and globally. It's a global headquarters. And this hub is very simple in its philosophy, and how important this is that the women have a platform and a hub and these lands to operate in, to run, to manage, and to self-govern. And under their guidance will be the millennials, super talented, working in coffee shops. They say we're the most talented, educated race on the planet per person. And the men, very important that they come in and they guide it. And these men, they say 50% of the world's wealth with 1% of the population, mainly with men. But any court will tell you that the women are entitled to 50%. So this is going to be easy to target the money. But this is a model to work for men. Because what happens is the women in the hub, lots of social enterprises and social entrepreneurs. And those social enterprises and social entrepreneurs will distribute 10% of their profits around, and 50%. And the other 40% will be for businesses and innovation, and for the agri-tech, and the agri-tourism, and the green energy, and any particular business that's on the ground. So that's why this is so important. This is about building the new. So this is going to be epic. So that's why I'm appealing to you, Paul, and Mark in Savills, to talk to Joe Butterley, Richard to talk to Nama, and I've already spoken to Kearns. And the last person I want to talk to is Martin Coyle. But firstly, Mark, so if you ask Joe to sign on the dotted line to give me an option just to talk, he doesn't need any sort of a verbal agreement is good enough. I don't need anything written. Just allow me to talk on his behalf to Fingal County Council and the other stakeholders. That's all I need. Likewise with every single person. And Fingal, this is particularly important to you guys, because I understand the world that we live in, and they're struggling for clean water. We're being charged for water, or nearly got charged. And my nephew down in Drogheda had to leave his place during the summer last year, and the tankards have to go in. And the estuary, my God, no salmon, no cockles and mussels alive, oh. Everything is getting choked off. That's the reason why there's blockages on the Swords Road. Because there's splattered development. So people are going from A to B to C to D. Limited roads in, limited roads out. The train doesn't even stop. Direct access onto the motorway. So a master plan is very important to make sure that the whole area is preserved in Malahide, that this hub is self-contained. And back to the philosophy of the new world. The new world, we'll be looking for finance, inward finance. And on LinkedIn alone, I have 1,000 views. And that platform is really powerful, because that platform, Jeff Weiner would prove that we can link every penny, every income to every person, so that there are no recessions anymore. So there's so many important angles and avenues here, and why these lands are so important. But with the power of our corporations and the finance that's available from sporting organizations and high net worth individuals and ultra high net worth individuals and universities, we could do so much here. I also have plans where you can have free education for people. Other people will pay for it. This is a totally inclusive of everyone. And with our people and corporations and firms, they can apply for finance all over the world. But this is the bit I think you're not going to like. I have a finance company. It's just it's an umbrella organization. For want of a better word, it's just an identity. And every single person can raise finance for this. So every single person that's in Fingal County Council, you could raise money for these lands and be entitled to a percent. Anywhere from 5, 10, 15, 20%, or a part of. Because the main investment will go into a holding company and you get paid commission directly to your account. That's so important. If you look at St. James's Wealth, they have the same setup. It's just a name, but everybody's identity is separate to that, but connected into the main name. So that means if you're working for Deloitte & Touche, you're working for any firm that can access money for these lands, you're entitled to commission. You don't even have to be set up. You could do it 2 hours a week, 4 hours a week. I alone have this many business cards. This amount of business cards of high net worth individuals over in the UK. And I will be bringing them all over to London, or over to Dublin, and raising money for this hub, for one in London and for one in Belfast, because this is a solution to Brexit. But getting back to you, Paul, this is where it gets serious. So I believe that I've been bullied, passively and otherwise. There's a whole undercurrent of people who have tried to sabotage me, my family, my business, everything. Every single person and organisation who doesn't comply with this model, which is a corporate social responsibility model, is going to get reported. And you'll be reported to them, to CSR, you'll be reported to General Data Protection Regulation, because I'm interested to see what's on your system about me and anybody else who I come across. And ISO 9000 for non-compliance. The very, very basic essence of humanity is to care, to share, to collaborate. By not doing that, you're sabotaging everybody's future. So if you're not happy with that, what I'd say to the people in Fingal County Council and the employees, why don't you take over the management? Why don't you take over the running? And run it for the interest of the people. With the platforms that are out there like Facebook, you could have an instant vote straight away whether the people want it or not. You could also gauge whether the people of the world want to come in here and invest. One of my models is for global sports. 600 different types of sports. Let's put the ad on Facebook. Get in 7 billion people to create your own sport. To create your own People's World Cup. Create your own tournament. Pick out your own players like they do online. There are so many different layers to this, it's phenomenal. So, and this is a model. This can happen all over the world. We are in the center of the universe right here. We have access to the multinationals in 30 minutes through the tunnel. We have international access through the airport. 200 flights a day to London. We have access off the motorway to Belfast. You could put a super cycle highway up the middle of the reservation. You can put in so many different sports. You could then put in horse tracks, running tracks, racing tracks. You could run a cross-country race there tomorrow. But this is where I'm going to end now. I'm going to end on the principles of this. It's a hub. It's going to be self-run, self-managed, self-governed by women. They will guide the millennials, and the men will guide. And the men will put in money and invest money in and take the money out and entitled to their return. This is a model that ticks every single box. And even these lands, a chance to clean them up. Wildlife.
Unknown caller.
On that note, that could be somebody. That could be the CSR department. That could be the Garda Síochána. Because the whole essence about this hub is it's self-run, self-managed, holistic. It takes the pressure off every single person. That means they do not have to run around the way they're being pressured at the moment and under stress. And I've been asked to talk and make a talk to them about the police force and about suicide in it. And I'm more than capable to do that for them, and I would do it for free. So Paul, suggest you do this quickly. This is going all over the world. It's going to the media. It's going to everybody else. CSR, GDPR, non-compliance, ISO 9000. Goes on and on. I suggest we sit down, Dara O'Brien. Let's get this sorted. 6 months, you're a politician. You're there to lead. I'm here to lead. And as soon as I do that, I surrender everything. I'm out of here. I'm only the connector. That's all I do, folks. You won't have me in your face much longer. Once this is connected, I'm out there. So thank you for your time. That's my mum and dad. These are the racehorses we used to have in the fields. On behalf of the Smith family, who are entrenched, every single one of us, all my sisters, my mum, my dad, are entrenched in Malahide history. Going back to my grandparents on both sides of the family. My grandfather used to own Sea Park House. My other grandfather used to stand guard on the bridge. My dad put in so much money and time and effort into various clubs, tennis clubs and so on. So that's it. Let's go. Thank you.